What's up guys, Coop here for Gamers Lounge, and today I'm going to be talking about my damage build for the Division. Now this build isn't going to be a solo build, it's going to be based around the group that me and the other guys in Gamers Lounge, Rama, Bounty and Stilly, are going to be working towards playing together. Each of them are going to have their own build videos as well, so links to them in the description below. Okay, so let's kick things off. Now my damage build is going to start off with the stats, as in the primary DPS, health and skill power. Okay, so let's talk about the stats. I'm going to be leaning towards firearms and stamina, since obviously firearms increases my gun damage and stamina sort of is towards the health. Now, I'm going for pure damage in a sense, so my objective is to hang far back, probably the last person at the back, and I'm going to be doing as much damage as I can, hopefully without getting hit too much and drawing the aggro. This build is going to be 70% firearms, 30% stamina. So 70% of my points that I get from my gear is going to go towards firearms to buff up my gun damage, and 30% is going to go towards my health. Now, that's going to leave me quite squishy, which is why I'm going to be right at the back of the pack compared to everyone else, and I will hopefully not be drawing the aggro, which leads towards what guns I'm going to be using. As you can see on screen, I've got myself a marksman rifle, and as my secondary, I've got myself a submachine gun. Now let's talk about the marksman rifle. This could be any marksman rifle, or even just like the bolt action sniper that you get like the M44. So yeah, I'm going for the marksman rifle, obviously because I can put a scope on it, hang right at the back, and also because the bonus it gets to headshot damage. If I'm going for pure damage, not DPS, not damage per second, because obviously that's usually something you do when you get quite up close to people, I'm going for pure single shot damage. So of course I'm going to be using a sniper or this marksman rifle, which I guess is the same thing, semi-auto sniper you could say. So yeah, I'm going to be focusing on headshots, so of course I want headshot damage bonus, which is right here. And let's talk about the attachments for that. So yeah, obviously I'm going to have a long range scope on that, preferably with a buff towards headshot damage on top of that, on top of the original headshot damage that I get on the gun. The suppressor, which I'm definitely going to be wanting, even though right now I've got a compensator because I'm still working towards some high level gear, I'm going to mainly want to be using a suppressor on this. As let's take a look here, there we go. Obviously I don't want to be drawing aggro, so obviously reduced threat level is what I need to stop them from shooting me and hopefully start shooting some of the other guys which are going to be tanking and doing the frontline work. So obviously I'll put a suppressor on that instead. Underbarrel, basically anything you want really. I've gone for like stability and initial bullet stability. So obviously initial bullet stability is, as soon as you take that first shot, how much recoil is it going to get? Now since I'm sort of using a semi-auto sniper, it's always going to be initial bullet, the first initial bullet stability of every shot I do. So obviously that'll help manage recoil to help me keep that shot on target to do those headshots. Extended mag, I suppose really, you can go one of many ways. You could do extended mag, you could do critical hit chance extra bonus, but obviously that would affect the DPS, even though I suppose that really doesn't matter. Increase reload speed just to keep those shots going as quickly as possible. But well, obviously for what the items that I've got, I've just gone for an extended magazine just to add 3 extra shots into my mag. Okay, so for secondary now, let's take a look at this. My secondary is obviously a little bit stronger in the DPS department compared to my semi-auto marksman rifle. It's basically whatever is your second or best weapon that isn't a sniper rifle in the game. I've gone for my Vector. Again, as you can see, a scope that just helps with headshot damage. So if they get a bit too close, I can either obviously just get out aim and go for the head, as I've been doing with a sniper. Suppressor on that again to reduce the threat level, so hopefully if they do get too close to me, I'm using my SMG, someone else can just aggro them back onto them. Again, any underbarrel attachment that can obviously help improve your accuracy. Again, extended magazine, I always like to go just for exactly what it says on the tin, extended magazine, more magazine size, more bullets, more damage downrange. Okay, so let's talk about gear. Right, like I said, stat-wise for gear, 70% firearms, 30% health. Now, with what I've got so far, it pretty much looks like it's 90% firearms, 10% health, which is something I need to work on with the help of the recalibration station. But obviously right now I'm only level 22, so I'm still working towards some proper high level gear, just to beef up my health a bit more and beef up my firearm damage a bit more. Okay, so on your items, what you're going to be mainly wanting to look for is bonus damage to the weapon types that you use. So let's say extra 150 damage to your marksman rifle, obviously that'd be a nice bonus. If you can find gear that gives you headshot damage bonus, excellent, that'd be great for that. Since we're not going to be buffing our skill power that much, items that maybe have a buff towards the skills, which I'm going to be talking about in a second, that you're actually going to be using to help obviously beef you up a bit more to bring out that damage output more. Okay, so let's talk about skills. The first skill is going to be Pulse. If I'm going to be at the back and I'm going to be one dealing the pure damage, I might as well have the skills that give me the bonus to extra damage, and also give me an extra critical hit chance. So Pulse is one of those things, and the modification I've used on that is the tactical scanner. So damage is increased when attacking any hostile targets identified by a pulse scan. So again, that's more damage I get to do to them on top of the original scan. My second skill is going to be Smart Cover. Now with Smart Cover, this is a little bit of a buff that I can either use on myself or the guys down at the front line to keep them going a bit more. Again, with a Smart Cover, all it really does is it gives you a buff to damage and also decreases the incoming damage you take. So if for some reason I've got aggro on myself, I can just throw the Smart Cover down on myself, and it gives me a bit of a chance to live, since I get to tank a little bit more than what I normally would, which would be pretty much nothing. But anyway, yep, the modification on that will be Recharger. So any enemies that are behind that cover, their health will slowly recover, and so will their skill cooldowns. Okay, and for my signature skill, I've gone for Tactical Link. It's basically the same as Pulse, apart from obviously like highlighting enemies on the map. All it really does is give me a damage buff and a critical hit chance buff, as well as everyone else in my group. So again, just adding to the fact that I do pure damage to people with my gun, it's just buffing myself even more. So basically, each one of my skills that I've got, if I use all three on myself, I'm going to do ridiculous amounts of damage. And of course, if I've got people around me that are quite close by, the buff is going to happen to them as well, so then they do more damage. I'm the guy in this group that just gives everyone more damage to deal. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this build video. Unfortunately I can't really show you or go into detail much more because I'm not level 30 yet, but as soon as I do, I'm going to be making an updated damage build video, so you guys can see what dream items that I got that I wanted to use to actually improve this build a lot more. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more build videos or see more Division content, please subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to us. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to be linking the other guys' videos in the description down below, so you guys can go click on those videos to see what builds they're going for to help the team out. So yeah, this is Coop signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.